The plasma rifle hummed against Commander Zara's shoulder as she tracked the human through the twisted metal corridors of the derelict space station. He moved with purpose, not panic, and that bothered her more than she cared to admit. Most humans ran screaming when they saw her kind. This one just walked. The human had been aboard Station Omega 7 for 3 days now, somehow evading every security measure the Kytherian Empire had installed. Zara's six-fingered hands adjusted the weapon's targeting system as her violet eyes followed his heat signature through the infrared scope. She was one of the Empire's finest hunters, bred for this exact purpose. Her elongated limbs and enhanced reflexes made her the perfect predator. Yet something about this particular prey unsettled her. "Target acquired," she whispered into her comm device, her voice carrying the characteristic harmonic undertones of her species. Human male, approximately 30 Earth years, unarmed. Her mandibles clicked with anticipation. Beginning termination protocol. The human rounded a corner into the station's main hub, where massive viewing ports revealed the star-scattered darkness beyond. Zara followed silently, her footsteps making no sound on the cold metal floor. Her species had perfected the art of the hunt over millennia. Humans were just the latest addition to their collection of conquered worlds. "Stop!" she commanded, stepping into the open space behind him. Her weapon's energy core whined as it charged to full power. "Turn around slowly, human." He complied without hesitation, turning to face her with calm brown eyes that held no trace of fear. That's when Zara noticed something that made her blood run cold. He was smiling. "I've been waiting for you, Commander," the human said, his voice steady and warm. "Though I expected you might be taller." Zara's grip tightened on her weapon. "Fear is wisdom in the face of death," she quoted an old Kytherian proverb. "Why aren't you afraid?" "Because fear is just excitement without breath," he replied, taking a step closer. "And I've been holding my breath for a very long time." Her targeting system locked onto his chest, but something made her hesitate. "The hunt ends when the prey accepts its fate," she said, reciting another saying from her homeworld. "You should be running." "Running is just controlled falling," the human answered. "And I'm tired of falling." Zara felt confusion ripple through her thoughts. Humans were supposed to be simple creatures, driven by base instincts. They weren't supposed to speak in riddles or approach armed predators with casual confidence. "What are you?" she demanded, her voice rising to a harsh harmonic that would have shattered human eardrums. But the man before her didn't even flinch. "I'm the answer to a question your people haven't thought to ask yet," he said, pulling something from his pocket. It was small, metallic, and pulsed with a soft blue light. "What happens when the prey evolves?" The device in his hand began to emit a frequency that made Zara's weapon systems flicker and die. Her enhanced hearing picked up similar sounds throughout the station as every piece of Kytherian technology began to fail. "Impossible," she breathed. "Humans don't have this level of technology." "We didn't," he agreed. "But pain is the universe's greatest teacher, and your people have been very thorough instructors." The blue light grew brighter. "Every world you've conquered, every species you've enslaved, every life you've taken has taught us something new." Zara's legs felt weak as the electromagnetic pulse spread through her cybernetic enhancements. "What have you done?" "We've remembered something important," the human said, his smile never wavering. "Every predator eventually becomes prey. It's the oldest law in the universe." Through the viewing ports, Zara could see lights flickering across the Kytherian fleet that surrounded the station. Ship after ship went dark as the pulse spread through space like wildfire. "You can't defeat an entire empire," she gasped, falling to her knees as her augmented systems failed. "We're not trying to defeat you," the human replied. "We're trying to teach you. Sometimes the student must become the teacher." "Why?" Zara whispered, her weapon clattering to the floor. The human knelt beside her, his expression softening. "Because mercy is strength choosing to be gentle," he said quietly. "And we choose to be better than our teachers." As consciousness faded from her cybernetically enhanced mind, Zara heard him add, "Survival isn't about being the strongest. It's about being the most adaptable." When Zara awoke, she found herself in the station's medical bay, her wounds treated and her basic life support systems restored. The human sat nearby, reading from a small tablet. "Why didn't you kill me?" she asked, her voice hoarse. He looked up with those same calm brown eyes. "Because revenge is just pain wearing a mask," he said. and we've decided to take ours off. Through the medical bay's viewport, she could see human ships arriving to assist the disabled Kytherian fleet. Not to destroy, but to rescue. What happens now? Zara asked. The human smiled one last time. Now we learn from each other. After all, the best conversations happen between former enemies. As rescue teams from both species worked side by side, Zara realized that perhaps the greatest hunt of all was the search for understanding between worlds that had forgotten how to trust.